See that? This is like a freeze frame of my living room from December 13th at 3:09 and 43. There was crazy shit going around in my kitchen, but there was also stuff going on in my living room. And you can see this thing, it moves very fast. And it was going through the room, and I managed to freeze it exactly so you could see this thing. But the reason why I'm showing you that is because the other day, this screenshot, okay, so this was going on. I took the cards out just to review the footage, and on the first, there was no cards in the back of the camera, but yet I received in my gallery a screenshot from the same room, and you can see the mirror there in that shot, and this is the same mirror. Okay, so I've zoomed in and taken like a still shot, and so I didn't understand how this shot ended up in my gallery, because I didn't even look at the footage, let alone take a shot from a file. I'd have to actually have had a card in there, okay? And there wasn't, so I couldn't have done this. But there was no motion detection alert, which would allow me to take, a little snippet. So the SD card wasn't in, and there was no motion detection alert that would allow this photo to exist, but yet it does, and it was uploaded into my gallery. So when I opened my camera, I saw this photograph from my security footage from I think it was from the 1st of January. I don't know how I got there, but you see, what I'm looking at, I can't explain either. This was, okay, so you can see here, this is I have a very strange shaped ceiling. And you can see it in the mirror there. It's like a chalet style roof, and the roof line is peaked, and it comes down just above the windows there. And you can see it there, but you can see here, you can see the roof line in the mirror, but you can also see the frame of the mirror. And you can see like a hanging like chain with a little, this is decorative. It actually is hung, the mirror is actually hung on the wall, and this is like a decorative little hanging chain to make it look like the mirror is hung by a chain, like a metal chain. But it's not. It's a decorative mirror. And you can see this shot here with this weird thing flying by. You can see the mirror all around, top to bottom, with this little chainy thing. But in this shot that was uploaded to my phone that I can't explain, the top edge of the mirror is blurred, and you can't see the chain thing that you can there, which tells me there's something in front of it. And it looks quite smoky, doesn't it? I'm going to suggest that it's one of these things. And it didn't trigger the motion detector, but somehow it took a snapshot. It didn't trigger an alert, and somebody or something then took that shot and uploaded it onto my camera. I can't explain it, but it's very kind of disturbing. That's maybe a reflection from the light of the chandelier. You can see here that it's not existent, but the light isn't on, so I think that might actually be, hang on a second. So this is the shot. It's January 1st at 4:21:23, and I think that's a date actually rather than a time. But you can see over here that it's at the edge of the mirror and the chain. You can't see them. I don't know how this shot got here. And can you see that there's also up near the ceiling, there's like a dark squarish thing up here. Well, I thought that was the fan, but this is like the same thing, and there is no square up there, but there is there. Oop. And I'm not entirely convinced that that's a shadow from the thing, but it may be. Or it may be that kind of thing. But really, whatever is blurring the edge of the mirror and that little chain is what I'm trying to show. Because there's a lot of weird shit going on in my home. A lot of weird shit. Let me show you one sec. So this was going on in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you fast speed, and then I'm going to show you at a quarter speed, okay? I'm going to go back and slow it down so you can see it go slow, and I'm going to analyze it. This was going on for hours. So, you know, I don't have an attic, or I don't have an upstairs. This thing was coming into the room from above, from through the ceiling, and then jumping. It's like see how it comes down into the room like a puff of smoke, like the other. But do you notice how it's like grainy where it came through, where the space that it just occupied, and it has like white flecks in it, and it's a like a puff of smoke, but it avoids the kitchen counter and then spreads out in like the flash, and then it jumps up and moves, and like see how it disappears almost for a second, and it's dark. The ceiling is still like pockmarked and gritty, and then jumps, like almost totally disappears from that space and appears on the edge over here, and then it flies down at the table level, very faint, misses the table, and then comes back up around the chandelier. It's behind the chandelier, and it flew in and around the chandelier, kept coming in and circling the chandelier. Now, I have a group called Chaps Paranormal. A guy named Dave, friend of a good friend from high school, who referred me to this fella because of what was going on here. And he's coming in April to like maybe look at what's going on here. At first he thought, this was like hair or, dust flying around the room. Let me tell you, he's apparently, been involved in hundreds of investigations, and he told me up front that he's here to like debunk, basically, right? Because that's what real investigators do. They're looking not to be snowed, right? He didn't want to be deceived, so he wants to get to the bottom of it and dismiss everything and come up with reasons why this might be happening, and